Hey Scorpio, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Apollonia. Scorpio, we are looking at what you need to know for this week. And immediately what I got was once upon a time, a bird fell in love with a fish. Scorpio. Once upon a time, a bird fell in love with a fish. Now, you can complete that story, but for now, all we're going to do is examine the work of MC Escher and see what gifts or what divination or what intuitive hits we get from it. Okay? And then we'll break out the tarot. So, as you can see, we have the blending of a bird and a fish. Blending of two realms, but each can only go so far into the other's domain. So maybe you tend to attract opposites. There's a part of this message that I thought belonged to Libra, so maybe it's Libra's also kind of, there was a second message there, but I wanted to continue it into yours. So maybe you're dealing with a Libra. Or maybe there was someone or something who you did fall in love with, and you were so different though that you couldn't survive outside of your domain. The other could not survive in the other's domain, quite literally. It simply wasn't possible. So every once in a while they would meet on the surface of the water, and exchange kisses. Sometimes a little things a little bit more passionately. And every once in a while they would try to rise up to be in the other's domain, then would eventually have to sink back down and go back into their domain. Or you would try to dive under the water and hold your breath as long as you could, you know. Something about I can't breathe with no air. And for a fish, can't breathe without water. So again, only every once in a while, it's like, you're going in the same direction. They were headed in the same direction, trying to fly together, but they just couldn't survive in each other's domains, and they could only meet temporarily on the surface, occasionally. So something, maybe even a love connection that was expressed on the surface. Something about on the surface. If you were pulled down too far, if they were pulled down too far into your domain, I always say that because you're a water sign. But if you connect as the bird, by all means. Okay. If someone was pulled down into the other's domain too far, they would die. Once upon a time, the bird fell in love with the fish. Or a fish fell in love with the bird. They fell in love with each other, but they could not survive in each other's domains. For who knows what reason, Scorpio. Let's pull an oracle card for you, but we're going to read it at the end. I'm noticing there's like a pattern. I'm trying to diversify, trying new things, as many of us are. But I feel the need to just describe that process a little bit. Like for Libra's reading, for example, I would say that I didn't pull their card until the very end. But mainly because I forgot to, because, I just immediately started channeling. For you, I also immediately started channeling, but I want to pull your card at the beginning versus the end. Just to see if we get another intuitive hit from it before the reading is over. This could be like a best friend too. Doesn't have to be. It's like you two have immense love for each other. And maybe you've come close to even kind of dating or messing around in the past. but you never fully sealed the deal, or every once in a while you'd like hook up or something like that, but it was only ever surface level. Some of you tried to go deep. You tried to go deeper. Maybe even some of you went as far as like engagement, or some of you could have even, of course, been full-blown marriage and stuff like that, but you couldn't survive in the other's element for who knows why. I guess why is the question. Why? Oh, opening to discovery. This was in Cancer's reading. Let me know if you're dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio. You can have Cancer in your chart. You didn't read that card. I'm happy we're going to get to read that card in your reading. Call of the Muse. Ooh. So there's something I also heard recently about not falling in love with your muse. Oh boy. You could be the muse, or you could be someone's like inspiration, or someone could be yours. Take it as it see fits again. And it's something about you have your wife or your husband who's the person that you share your family, your financial responsibilities, things of that. You have that person that you've established your family with this person. And then you have your inspiration, the person you build a business with. And they're two different things. Maybe you've been talking to Sagittarius here lately. They seem to have this viewpoint that your muse should not become your spouse. Don't make your muse your spouse. Philosophical discussions happening now. Something about don't marry your mistress. Don't marry your sugar daddy. I have to say those things. I don't have to, but I'm getting the hit, so I have to tell you what I'm getting, of course. What are we doing, Scorpio? What are we doing? Okay. 9 of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. It would make someone very, 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 very happy to make a sincere offer. I'm getting grace in my mind. I want to make an honest woman out of you. Someone wants to make an honest woman of you, or an honest man of you, Scorpio. They want to do right by you. Maybe you've been this person's muse. I want to say you, and when I say you, please remember none of this is personal. Although you're a Scorpio, so I know you can handle it, but you know what I mean. When I say you, it's whoever identifies. Okay, please take nothing personally that's not yours. This is not your story, do not take it. Muse is the new word for mistress. Let's build from there, okay? Already off to a great start. Already off to a great start, Scorp. Okay. Muse is the new mistress. The moon is a harsh mistress. That's a good book. It's a sci-fi. Some of you are into sci-fi. Ooh. 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 7-7 here. This was a spiritual lesson. Or is. Give us a good one, Scorpio. Someone married. And they want to make you their mistress. Okay, at the root, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Scorpio, you're looking good, honey. You're looking real good. You look like you can do for yourself, frankly, and you are doing for yourself. The 9 of Pentacles ain't no joke. You are doing for yourself. Baby girl. Baby boy. You know what I mean? Maybe you just watched that movie. Baby boy. Jody. Oh, God. Anyway. Acquire property, profit, retirement. Jody, my Jody. Lord. Oh. Jody, Jody. Anyway, we're looking good, honey. It's hard for anybody to say no to you when you're looking that good and you're established. You look like you got it going on, okay? You do. Some of you could be getting ready to purchase a house or buy a new apartment or refurnish your apartment or your home in some way. Or you're doing for yourself. You're acquiring wealth for yourself in many ways, okay? And you're single, by the way, okay? And you look good. Who began with the 9 energy? Was it Leo or Virgo? I can't remember. Might have been Cancer again. Yeah, you're looking real good, honey. At the sacral, people are noticing Page of Swords. At the sacral, people are noticing. Also, we have, if this is love, it's an immature relationship style, and it's at the sacral, and that just flipped. Yeah, it's an immature relationship style that we have at the sacral chakra. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. None of your prospects are interesting you right now, Scorpio, because they're all surface level. They're surface level right now. For you. For some of you, Scorpio is not your sun placement. That's okay. That is okay. We read for all placements of Scorpio. Don't matter. You're interested. You're looking, and others are certainly looking at you. Some of them are hiding it too. You feel like you've got some stalkers, Scorpio. People really are up in your business wanting to know what's going on with you. Okay? Especially when you're out in the public. Looking as good as you are. Doing for yourself. Someone who has nabbed you up. And for many of you, you're doing this on your own and you don't need anybody. And that's what's so fucking intimidating about you. It is. We're getting a good love message here for Scorp. At the solar plexus. 7 of Wands. Yeah, standing your ground. Diligent work. Working on yourself if this is going on. Working on your money. Yeah, you're pushing back any low-level opportunities, any low-level situationships that are just, not interesting. That sort of thing. We're kind of doing our own thing. A lot of red for you. I was inspired to wear red. I do have you in my chart, Scorpio. I do. But, really, Anyway, you're fending off any advances that aren't really doing it for you. I don't even feel like it's like an overt advancement. In fact, it feels like covert advancements. It's people haven't even. You're doing so well for yourself. I feel like people aren't even up to par with making an advancement towards you. They're still trying to figure you out. They're really trying to figure you out. Score. They're trying to figure you out. Trying to holla. Not many of them are, though. We're at page level. Nobody. Some of you aren't open for business yet. Your power is about on your elevation. It's on doing for you, and this is where you feel good, frankly. At the heart, Scorpio? Yeah, I'd say so. Damn, Scorp. Ace of Pentacles. Holy crap. Practical venture and profits. New. A lot of protection around you. A lot of dogs hollering. A lot of hollering going on at the heart chakra. You're going to have a new opportunity. Now, you could meet this person through work, or this new opportunity will come through work. Let's make sure it's safe, though, Scorpio. Okay? This is a very, 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 very practical person, or you are. I think you don't, if it's no good for you, Scorpio, if it's not even available to you to begin with, you'll look, but you won't touch. You know what I mean? You'll look, but you won't touch. Let me close my window real fast, guys, and see if it's not really going to make much of a difference, but we're going to try. I tell you. When they get going, they get going. You know what I mean? Scorpio. Okay, some of you did recently meet someone who I feel like you're very heavily attracted to. I don't have the proof here to back that up, but I get the feeling that if not, this is coming in, guys. Careful, mind your options out there because you're a hot commodity right now, Scorpio. You really are. You're a hot freaking commodity. And at the moment, who did I say this to? Might have been in the last readings. I don't know. But someone I spoke to, your love, maybe even your love making, I don't know. But you are the kind of person who makes other people who are not in happy connections envious of you because you exude so much confidence, so much power, so much sass. Oh, speaking of sass, just have to shout out my favorite tarot reader, one of my favorite tarot readers on YouTube, Miss Sassy Scorpion Tarot, every time. I've been on YouTube for going on 5 years, guys. So, on my other channel, but yeah, just have to shout out Miss Sassy. Miss Sassy. Anyway. We got new coming in. I feel you doing your thing, and waiting for the shoe to drop, do we need to be worried? Do I need to be prepared? Cautioned? The person I'm thinking you're thinking of, Scorpio, I feel like you know. You would know. Let's see. Yeah. No. Actually, this is a foretelling. You have 9 of Swords at the throat. Yeah, they're afraid to speak to you. No kidding. They're afraid to even guess at what's going on in your love life because you're looking great. Another 9 here. Who had this placement? I know we have 9 of Pentacles. Last time it was a 9 of Cups. And the other person, I think, could have been Virgo. It could have been Virgo. I want to say, it might have even been, yeah, just go check out Virgo's reading. If you're connected with a Virgo, you will know. 9 of Pentacles and 9 of Swords. Similar exact placements as well. Scorpio. You and Virgo. What are y'all doing out there? Okay. Anyway. You're seeing this person in your dreams. Or you will. You're having fortuitous premonitions. Something portends in the future. We'll see if I can get a timeline for you. This could have already happened, though. Because it looks like maybe you check in on each other every once in a while. But why hasn't it pursued? It could say you have an opportunity coming up. And there you are. I knew you were here. I appreciate all you guys showing up in your own readings today. This is nice. This is really nice. Scorp, there you are. At the brow chakra. You are on point. You're here. Okay? Now, you are changing the way you handle money. If this is in regards to your money, you're changing some aspect of how you're also handling your relationships, for sure. And also changing old patterns of behavior before you were possibly even attracted to married people who are already in connections, or again, Scorpio, people who are in connections have always been attracted to you. Not your problem, not your problem, but it's almost like a good one comes along, but oops, he's married. Oops, she's married. You know what I mean? They're in a connection of some kind. And then you go, well, I can look, but I'm not going to touch, you know. Some of you did touch. Some of you did. I gotta be real with you. Or some of you will. I really gotta be real with you. I didn't want to even say that. I didn't want to, okay. Cancel, clear, delete. You will know. It's portent, I'm trying to tell you. 9 of Swords recently, if I just said this, I'm sorry, but I'm repeating myself again because 9 of Swords recently has been coming to me as foretelling. but when we see it typically in our dreams. And we don't understand, many of you have been having crazy, weird dreams lately, like just off the wall, crazy crap. Okay, like, yeah, you're seeing mixed realities happening here. All right, there's a key. A key needs to be open to enter this realm. A key, though, is a sword of truth. We have one sword here, but it's a page. It's a little bitty key. A little bitty idea. A little bitty thought. At the brow, in the crown, we have... I love Spirit. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Oh Lord. You can't make up energy like that, guys. You can't. Literally, the Ace of Swords, your key. Someone actually literally needs your key, Scorpio, or needs a key to open a door. Oh yeah, some of you are going to be getting new homes, by the way. You're about to have a breakthrough moment. You needed clarity on that. And yes, if you needed to know, the answer is yes. And it's also yes to whomever you're thinking about as well, Scorpio. You have a new job all the way. You got two aces here. You got a new job, new inspiration. An idea is going to hit you. And something you could write about. Aces, baby. Aces, baby. Okay. Let's get some advice for you. The frickin' sun. Oh, man. I'm gonna take that. Just because. Some of you could travel. Or will travel recently. Or in the future. You're gonna have a child with this person. I have to say that. In the future. 3 of Wands. In the future. Yeah. Up. Oh, they're coming back to you. 8 of Cups in reverse. This person, you could have walked away from this person, but something or someone is making a return with the 8 of Cups in the reverse as your advice. Someone's walking away from a connection. It was on the tip of my tongue just now. No. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. You know why I'm not going to say it, Squirt? Because if this is true love, Spirit, I'm done with Scorpio having this message. The Empress? Come on. They need a true love. Searching real love. I'm searching for real love. Hello. It's going to happen through work. It's definitely going to happen through work. Eight of Pentacles. And it's about the work you do specifically and how you do it. Scorpio, is this a true love for Scorpio Spirit? Let us know. Let a girl know. Let a girl know if this is true love. Could be a love from the past. We have the 4 of Cups here. I see you rejecting anything, though, from the past. If it's not, and that's maybe what you're saying. Get clear. Spirit was waiting on that confirmation from you. Get clear about what you want, Scorpio, because you have 2 opportunities possibly even coming in. One from the past and one in the future. A new person, and you might have even already met this person. But there was a pause or something. Why am I itching? Maybe you have something to do with your arms here. Or they like your arms? They like your arms, Scorpio? I'm getting that. Anyway, or you like your arms. Something about that. Yeah. Okay. That just random. Someone's reminiscing on the person. I think this could be an aside. Someone who walked away from you or you walked away from is reminiscing on old times. Not that you care, not that you need to know. I'm just saying that's here. What about if this is new love, Spirit? Is it for Scorpio? Let us know. Yes, it definitely. 9 of Cups. It's your wish. Holy crap. Another 9 here. Holy crap. The Magician? This person's an expert in what they do. Trust your intuition. This will manifest quickly. You could be seeing roses. This person likes to give flowers. This person, he's holding a sword. This person's, he's a sharp shooter, straight shooter. He's holding the sword and the wand. He takes action and he cultivates. This person is a magician. They are a manifester. They work very hard. They're very creative, or they could work in a creative field. They juggle a lot of things. They have a lot of responsibility. This could be you, Scorpio. I'm just saying this person, and you, more than likely, because you're doing so well for yourself, you share the same ideals. And you work just as hard for she works hard for the money, so hard for it, honey. You better believe you do, Scorpio. And you deserve a romance and a person of equal caliber, is what I feel the need to say. Caliber. Someone who can match your energy and your intensity. Because when you love hard. I know. Anyway. Ooh, Scorp. She works hard. Equal caliber. I don't want you to have some fly-by-night love. You guys are used to that. Like, you want something to stick? It'd be nice. It'd be nice for something to stick. This person's an expert. They could definitely... They're highly intelligent, too. King of Swords. Yes. They're moving in your direction, or you are moving in theirs. You're moving on. Again, you are traveling in the same direction. Maybe you did meet this person, and you couldn't connect at the time that you met. But and if this does tie into Libra's message, then maybe, if they're meant, I feel the need to tell you, Scorpio, if it's yours, it will not pass you by, is what I feel the need to say. And anything that didn't work out for you in the past wasn't meant for you, obviously, but, because I feel like Libra was headed to sea. These birds are flying left to right, but Libra's intention was headed out. I feel like they're following the river out to sea, out to open water, headed to open water, Scorpio. Interesting messages. And from there, you will meet, or you will converge. You could live by the beach, by the ocean, or you love the beach, or you love the ocean, or something about Cancer got port cities, docks, and things like that. Let me know. Anyway, I don't know. All the messages are coming through. Let's read Opening to Discovery. This is happening soon. Aces are kind of soon, you know? Okay. So, Opening to Discovery. You're discovering each other in a new environment. There's something about eye contact too. When this person looks up, you're gonna know the moment they clap eyes on you, or the moment you clap eyes on this person. Okay. The small bits of data you collect from the world to form ideas, the transfer of vital information via the universe always speaking to you, the need to integrate information and be discerning about what you expose yourself to. We tune into information from our outer environment, then assign meaning to it within our psyches. Every day, however, the amount of data we sort through exceeds what we're capable of processing, especially since the advent of the internet. We have been bombarded with more than we could ever hope to absorb. Therefore, it's important to be mindful of what we expose ourselves to. Consistent exposure to unhealthy messaging invites us into cynical, fear-based worldview. On the other hand, conscious exposure to information supporting our well-being shifts us toward growth and expansion. The choice, though, is not always obviously ours, which is why we must be discerning on a daily basis. The universe is always engaging us. We are a part of it, after all. Through synchronicity, omens, and other signs that point toward our best path. Our intuition helps us tune in and see our environment like an oracle. However, this new information doesn't always make sense right away, so being curious and non-resistant is key to learning. We are a little resistant, but it's also natural. So if you're resistant of this at all, I don't blame you. It's natural to be a little skeptical, as you should be. Today, we open to receiving important information that may come from an unusual source. The universe wants to help you, but recognizing the way this aid will arrive depends on your willingness to shut out superfluous noise. Maybe you need to take a break from social media, gossip, or the news. Don't let yourself be or get distracted. Listen without attachment and see what arises in your life. Expect a message from the universe, and you shall have it. Okay? I don't know how that message tied in with this reading, but I know it was pertinent to someone out there. So, even if it's me, maybe this message is the one that comes across your table today, or your feed, or your timeline in some form. And if there was a message in here for you that that you're not sure how you felt about it, but you're just processing it, then I implore you to trust in your own intuition and trust in yourself where this decision is. Don't take my word for it, in other words. Scorpio, I hope messages found you. I hope there was one of substance, something you could connect to and relate to. Many of you will be traveling here soon. Okay. I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Scorpio.